They'll try the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Georgia sends out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Texas offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He wants to change this route. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas. When you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to pass, it's Owens. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
It'll be third and long. They'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Young. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Owens. Rushes on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They go to the ground and tackled there by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, the running back, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Connection to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Finds a spot in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up the pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got a man, it's Williams. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys.
Let's it fly. He's got it inside the 25.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Owens. Now he's going to break the pocket. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback on the keep. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Grabbed over the middle. And Sherrill stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a man miss. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Owens. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a second and long.
Green 25.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pocket breaking down. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Handoff to the single running back.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Under fire. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man. It's Coleman. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Dogs will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
lost to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Using his legs, it's Price.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Caught near the sticks, it's Wingo. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Clear, clear.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
DKR, he looking to pass. It's Stockton. He lets it fly. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry here.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going with the ground game left. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Bulldogs will try to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Shakes off the defender. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Back to throw. It's Owens. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
The give to the lone running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quickly to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a guy at running back who can make plays, taking handoffs and also catching the ball. They're trying to get him involved there on the swing pass, but the defense able to make a stop.
From From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown. He's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Lets it fly. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Push down for the tackle.
And now, if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 22 over South Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Finds his man, it's Wingo. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Jet sweep to the receiver.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires toward the target. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He might want another play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to buy time. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10.
Black 24. Black 24. Steyer.
Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Now on first down from the 43. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the This offense is more than threatening.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking to get it in, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. It complete to the right. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Stockton. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Wrapped it inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 9 over Pittsburgh. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Sherrill. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Caught close to the marker, it's Coleman. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it, but that hit his he got rid of the ball.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's Coleman. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, Dogs! They move on top here in the fourth.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as a two-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets him to the 41. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback making checks. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And